Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Daveyon Bradley, and together we are more than 23. So today, guys, I first and foremost, let me say Happy Father's Day. And for all my fathers out there, I want to say Happy Father's Day. I need you to understand the blessing that it is to be a father. Like, I need you to understand you share a title with God the Father. Like, I need you to understand that it's a blessing. One of the biggest gifts that God gave me was made me a father. Like one of the greatest responsibilities that God gave me was made me a father. And yes, is a big thing. Yes, is a yes is a hard job. Yes is it's stressful. But I need you to understand that as a father, I understand the blessing that come with it. As a father, I understand the blessing that come with it. And so to when you play your position, like it's a blessing. It's a blessing. So for all my fathers out there, I want to give you a success principle, guys. And you can take this principle anywhere. You can take this principle in any area of your life. And if you apply this principle, I guarantee you, you're gonna be blessed off this principle. So this principle today is personal accountability. I'm gonna call it personal accountability. And when I say personal accountability, I mean police yourself, meaning hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable before anybody else have to say anything to you about your kids. Before anybody have to tell you to come get your kids, before anybody have to tell you to help your kids with their homework, before anything, I need you to hold yourself accountable. Be accountable. Like, where's the accountability when it comes to your kids? Like, I need you to, when I say accountability, hold your personal accountability, that means take full responsibility for your actions. Take full responsibility for the outcome of your actions and your behavior. Right? Take full responsibility. If you're not there, you have to understand that full responsibility, that full response, like that entire outcome is on you. Right? I need you to know that your actions cause that outcome. And so if you're not involved, my motivation today is get involved. Like if you're not if you're there, but if like just because you're there don't mean you're involved. And so I need you to understand that as a father, I need you to take full responsibility, take full accountability for your kids and their life, right? And so when I say that, I'm saying that check this out, guys. You got to look at statistics, and I believe that one of the biggest problems in the world, and we get a lot of smoke behind it, right? As fathers, we get a lot of smoke behind it, and one of the biggest problems in the world is that our fathers, our men, are not stepping up to the plate, right? But I've seen a shift in the generation. I've seen a shift in the fathers, right? This year, within the last 3 or 4 years, I've seen a shift in the men, and I applaud you for that. But I need you to know that it started with taking accountability. Any successful father out there will tell you that it started with taking 100% accountability for your actions. Meaning, if you're not there, if you're not putting in the work, if you're not working with your kids, if you're not spending time with your kids, if you're not talking to your kids, if you're not constantly telling them how you love them, I'm telling you right now, you got to take 100% accountability for the outcome. Like that's on you. That fall on you. And so you got to think about it like this, right? They say that 71% of pregnant teens grew up without their father in their life. Like 71%. That ain't no coincidence. I need you to take 100% accountability for that. Like it's a 63% of suicides are from kids that grew up without their father in their life. I need you to get that. I need you to take full responsibility for that. Like it say that 85% of behavior disorders are from kids that grew up without their father. Yeah, I need you to get that. 71% of college, 71% of high school dropouts are from families from single mother households. Like I need you to get that. 71% are from single mother households, and meaning the father wasn't there. The father wasn't there. And so I need you to understand that men, we need to take 100% accountability for that. I remember when my son, when my son was grades was dropping, even though he didn't live with me at the time, I took 100% responsibility for that. How could I help him with his homework? So when he came out there with me on the weekend, TT gave me all his homework, like everything. This bang bang bang. This is what he need to read. This is what he need to map. Like she gave me 100. I took 100% accountability for that, and so I believe that because I was involved, because I got involved a little bit more, I believe it bumped his grades up. I believe it bumped his grades up, and so I need you to take 100% accountability for that. When I remember when his grades started to drop, I said, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And most parents were like, the kid, what's wrong with the child? What's wrong with his learning style? What am I doing wrong as the father? Am I letting them watch too much TV? Am I letting them spend too much time on the phone? Am I letting them play the game too much? What am I doing as a father? How could I help him? I'm a math guru. So why my son failing in math? That don't make sense. It shouldn't be. And so as a father, I took 100% accountability for that. Let me help you. Let me help you get it together. I'm gonna take a break off of school and I'm gonna spend an hour a day with you. Every day after school, we're gonna get it together. And so I need you to understand, as to be a successful father, you're gonna have to take account. You're gonna have to be 100% accountable for the action that you're putting in. You're gonna have to put. You're gonna have to put. You're gonna have to be 100% accountable for the outcome of the actions that you do. You're gonna have to be 100% accountable for the behaviors. Like I need you to understand that as a father, accountability fall on you. It say that 70% of juveniles, 70% of juveniles grew up without fathers in the household. I need you to catch that, fathers. I need you to catch that. I need you to feel that in your spirit. Like that's me. That's me. That's my fault. It say that 85% of people in prison today they grew up without fathers in their home. I need you to catch that, father. I missed 5 years of my son's life, so I ain't judging nobody. But I am saying be accountable for that. Like admit that. Like admit that that's your fault. Like take ownership for that and work to change that. That's all I'm saying. Ask yourself. I need you. This is my thing. This is my homework lesson for you. I need you to ask yourself, what's the problem first and foremost? What's the problem? Is my son, is my daughter living the best life that they can live? And if they're not, are they living out their full potential? And if they're not, if are they on the road to success? And if they're not, what am I doing wrong? And what can I do to change that? I'm Daveyon Bradley, but together we are more than 23.